What's up, Bob? Today we projection map my house. I remember the last time I was in Disney World being amazed at the castle during the fireworks show because it looked like it was alive. It was like pieces peeling off of it. It would change colors, and I had no idea how they did that. Like, I had no clue. And then I found out that it's done with projectors, and none of the light spills out of it, and that's because of a process called projection mapping. I also saw it in I think it was a shoe ad. I'll see if I can find it and I'll put it somewhere over here. And I was amazed by it and the possibility. So I wanted to learn it, and that's what I'm doing today. Let's dive right in. So as I learned about the projection mapping, I realized that it's not difficult, but it's a very complex process, meaning lots of steps and a lot of moving parts in order to get to get the effect right. And it's basically you're going to have a projection on your house or building or haunted house the same exact shape as the building so that no light spills over. You can project a picture of a window onto a window, a wall onto a wall, and it just looks like it's part of the house. That was like beyond my capacity at the time because there were some disjointed YouTube videos, some were complicated, some were not, and I couldn't figure it out. So I partnered with Projection Mapping Academy to come and map this house, to see how do we do it for the house to decorate. And they offer a course on projection mapping, and it kind of simplifies all that stuff, all those steps and everything from how to map the house itself to the right projector, to how to create a show, how to edit the video. I mean, everything beginning to end. So I took the course and I highly recommend it. There's a link below. And now I totally understand it. So before we start the mapping process, you have to have some considerations about equipment, right? So you definitely need a projector. The projector needs to be really bright. It has to light up the whole house from a distance. And for darker areas like brick, it has to have enough light power to convert the bricks into something else. It's going to be very hard projecting a light color onto a dark surface, so the brighter it is, the better. This is marketed as 1800 lumens, but those are market lumens, which is some measurement devised by the industry that doesn't really indicate how bright it is, the light output of the projector. This is actually 300 ANSI lumens. And ANSI is the American National Standards Institute that decides to standardize the measurement. So even though this is marketed as 1800, this is 300. This is their digital decoratum kit plus is marketed as 4200 market lumens, which means that it is about 700 lumens. The recommendation from the course was that you have to have at least 2000 lumens, right? So none of these would do, and that's where it gets expensive. Projectors can range from $200-300 to like big money, right? There are projectors that are like six figures. But the basics for your house, if it's not a ginormous mansion, is 2000 to 2500 lumens. So I got this guy. This projector is an Optoma projector, and the output is the recommended for the projection. Now, these guys new are about $900, but you can buy them used on eBay and sometimes on Amazon and other used marketplaces for like $200 to $300, and that's a great deal. Keep in mind that the output of this is 3 times the output of this and about 10 times the output of this. Now, that's not to say that you can't use one of these for something smaller. You can, but something like really small, maybe like a shed, or maybe if you're indoors projecting onto a wall, right, where it's a small space, this will be enough, and even this one will be enough. But for the exterior of your house, this is what you need. We are going to need the projector in order to map the house, and that is the next step. So for this, we need to be outside, and it needs to be dark. It's not recommended that you project behind some props because then you're going to have shadows, right? So I'm going to do it on the side of the house, and I'll show you because there's nothing obstructing the view of the house. As you can see, the house is decorated, so it doesn't offer an unobstructed view. I'm going to map the side of the house instead, which is my garage, because it's like a blank canvas. Let me show you. There it is. And there was a basketball hoop there, which I put right there. So now we have an unobstructed view for the projector and the projector stand that I will show you how it works. Also, that side of the house is white all the way, which is a perfect surface to project onto. The front of the house, my house, the first floor is all brick, dark, and is blocked by all the props. As far as important considerations when doing the projection mapping, you have to decide if you are going to leave the projector outside, in which case you need to weatherproof it and also secure it so it doesn't get stolen, right? Because it is critical that the projector doesn't move. Now, if you need to bring the projector into your house at night, make sure that you are able to put the projector back on that same exact spot. Because the trick or the effect works is because the lines of the projector are perfectly aligned to the lines of the house, right? And in the course, there's a tutorial on how to secure it, how to make a weather-resistant enclosure, how to make sure that it stays, static in the same place. These have mounting holes right here. So it can be mounted onto a plate that is on a tripod so that it stays steady and in the same position all the time. I have a clear, unobstructed view of the whole side of the house. I've situated this ladder as my stand for the projector because I'm planning on bringing it in every night. And to make sure it's in the same spot, I think I thought of something. Let's see if it works. I'm going to mark with spray paint where the ladder is so that I can find the exact spot next time. Hope that works. Now I need to figure out the position for the projector so it's exactly the same every time. So I'm not gonna spray it with paint. I'm mapping the house right now, and it seems to be like a lot of steps, but I think I'm getting the hang of it. I did pay attention in class on the course, and now I am mapping like a champion, I think. And what this does is going to build the shape of the house, for which you make a custom projection afterwards. So I'm gonna keep doing this, and then we'll go to the next step. Took a little practice trying to figure this out, but I think I got it. Here is my garage mapped up. And from there, we'll create a template, but I won't right now because I don't have the time or the knowledge yet to create my own show. So I'm going to send this to somebody to create a show for this house. And you'll see how cool it is when it comes back. All right, it's like really late. I'll see you in the morning. All right, so my friend Telwin at Projection Mapping Academy sent me a very simple show to project on the garage, so we're going to do that now. I downloaded it. It's a simple like MP4 or like a movie file, downloaded to a micro SD card, and I added to this media player. You can use any kind of media player, but I recommend this one because when you're done with this, you plug it onto your TV and you have access to all the internet stuff and USB, HDMI, super cool. So I'm gonna set up the projector and let's see what the show looks like. And if you remember, I put some marks where the projector goes to match the position exactly. Ideally, you don't move it, but I had to move it because I've had to travel and I didn't want to leave this out here. So I'm just going to line it up with the marks that I made. And I also put some pieces of wood, as you can see here and here. Don't let the projector go anywhere else but where it's supposed to be. I have selected on the menu the show, and here we go. cool thing about projection mapping is that the possibilities are endless in terms of which holiday. It could be Halloween, Christmas, you could do Easter, or whatever you want to project about. It could be that your favorite team won and you have a projection that is custom made for your house, right? The other thing is the complexity of the program. You can have a very simple texture over your house, so it looks like it's wrapped in wrapping paper, like a Christmas gift, or it could be that it's clad in rotting wood, like a cabin in the woods. And also you can go further to put movement, like ghosts flying in front of it, in and out of windows, and then all the way to like super awesome 3D effects that require 3D modeling, but you can either get somebody to do it for you or you can learn it. I'm going to try to have a very simple show for this one, and then we will build on that with more videos in the future, definitely for Christmas. And their prop mob is your project for this weekend. It's Halloween weekend. I'm so excited. I'm going to have the projection full blast on my garage. So thank you, Telwin, from Projection Mapping Academy. Make sure you go visit him. He is awesome. You have you can learn everything, from like I said, from the course on projection mapping to buying the custom shows and everything. Go check him out. Subscribe if you like this video, because I'm going to have a ton more projection mapping videos. I cannot stop coming up with ideas for what we can do. So subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you on the next one. And happy Halloween.